Here we go guys, part 2 of Skinner House. Sorry I had to upload it in 2 parts, really struggled to get it all in. So here we go guys, we're just going to start building off our frame of the house. So we're going to have to drag this back to the same length as the garage, so it'll be about 15 blocks. And we're going to build it up to the second layer, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then start making room for our 2 windows on the sides. So we're just going to pull across the top of the frame, making sure we've left our 3 gaps, and obviously we want to use our pink wool as well, pink clay, sorry. We're just going to build it in, but we only need the inside one and not the outside one. So we're just going to drag it across, build up these last 2. So we only need these, the pink clay on the outside of these 2 windows, not on the inside. Now guys, I'm sorry about the feed off the mic. I don't know what's brought that on for the last couple of videos, but I just noticed in my last part that there was a bit of a terrible feed on the mic. So guys, for the back of the house, I'm just going to have to sort of go with it. I think we're just going to sort of copy the front, but obviously with a back door and without the porch. We're just putting the 3 windows. Reason being is because I'm going to really struggle. There's no way of finding the back of the house, and as long as it looks good for the map, I'm quite happy with it. So I'm just going to start dual layering the other side of the roof, so we can find our center point and know that we can still build up our top part of the house without clashing with the garage roof itself. So we're just going to pull this frame across, and obviously we're going to have to go too high to start putting in our windows and doors. So I'm going to start copying the other side, so I know roughly if I just copy it and leave the block of 5 gaps, I can then copy the other side of the house and start making it that way. So I've got to move this over 1 and then knock out of the way, ready for our door to go in. And I just want to leave another gap the other side, and I'm just going to chuck in a couple of slabs just to make some steps ready for the door to go in. Now guys, I don't know what to do about the garden. I know there's trees and bushes in the front, but really as for fence and perimeter, I think you're just going to have to do what you feel is right for yourselves, because there is no pictures of sort of like garden territory or anything. So here we go guys, we're just going to put in our back windows. We're just pretty much going to copy the front of the house. Knock that way a minute. We're just going to literally copy the front. The reason being there's no other way to really do this, but you don't want no windows. So I'm just going to try and sort of compensate and keep the house looking as good as possible. So where we got our gap of 3, we're just going to chuck in another purple door. What have I done different here? Knock away this one. I think we're going to have to lower that one actually. Yeah, lower it one. So we're going to knock away this one, knock away this, and actually, so we can put a line of quartz back up across the top. Sorry guys, just adjusting my step there. I'm just going to chuck in a line of quartz across the top of the door. And we're going to just chuck up trapdoors on the backs of the window frames. Now for me guys, this was a really hard build to put together. Mainly it's always hard when you go to use a solid block for a roof, because it really does add space to a build that sometimes you don't want as big as it's going to be. And also quartz. Quartz was a hard decision. It was either this or wool, and I hate the way quartz doesn't quite sit together. Really, you can see each singular block quite like tiles. But it was a decision I made in the end. I didn't really want to use wool if I didn't have to. So now we're just going to drag this back to the frame, making sure that we can start peeking over the top and start running our roof across. So I'm going to start on where my second row, or third row, sorry, up my roof comes from the back. Just really trying to lock it in there. I'm just going to drag it back. Now the other option is to go all the way back to the back of the house, but for me, from the pictures, I gather that it actually doesn't do that. It sits somewhat in the middle. Obviously we use the front wall as it does in the picture, but if it doesn't touch the back, it needs to be shortened somehow. So anyway guys, as below, we're going to leave the gap of 5 on each side and then pull across, ready to put in them windows. We haven't got the space to put in the 2 side windows in the side of this top level, but we will put in the top ones. And same as the front guys, you only need 1 layer of clay. What have I done? Alright, I've gone one too far over, so I'm just going to knock these ones away a minute. I have to keep coming back and having a little look at what I've done so far. I was really worried with this build. Didn't think I could quite get it as accurate as I wanted it. It's actually turned out better than I was hoping for. Well, when I say better, the way I was hoping for, really. But I didn't think I could get it this close without really breaking the sort of height limit of the rest of the houses. So in the same sense, we're going to start layering our roof in the dual layers that we are, just really so we can start boxing in this center part for the top level. Now guys, I haven't even considered an inside for this house. Really surprised I managed to actually get it looking somewhat like it's supposed to in vanilla Minecraft. So the inside really hasn't popped into my head there. I'm just happy to get it done so it's in the map. I suppose we could go over the inside at some point, or add the inside later on. Really I want to concentrate on getting a few buildings done. I really want to get this map released, ready for public download sometime within the next month really. We may have a bit more time if the updates aren't made with Windows 10 yet. So anyway guys, you can go ahead and block all of this, the middle section in. I was just doing this because I wanted my roof coming up to see really where I was going to have to finish on that box. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the gaps. Now guys, I didn't give you no dimensions, really because I had no clue of how this was going to turn out. This is pretty much you watching as I'm doing it myself. Really did take a little while to sort of put together, but because of the shape on it and the balcony and the porch, everything had to sort of go against what I've done with the other builds, because obviously if the roof is coming out one and sloping down and obviously it's lifting up one by the porch. We've lost 2 blocks off the front and the bottom layer, so then it really took that extra time just to really work it out. So guys, we're going to start building off onto our roof, still peeking out 1 on each end, and we're still going to dual layer just to keep in with the rest of the house, so I can knock away my other block once I get there, knowing that when you start your dual layers you're only stepping in 1 rather than the full 2 layers. So like here, you just do the 1 on the inside and then the 1 on the outside, and then slowly just start picking up 2 layers every time. Now I'm going to leave a gap in the middle, the very centre too, on this row upwards, only for the next 2 rows. So we've got our 1-2 rows there, and we're going to start doing our roof again. And the reason I just want to get them centre windows in there. Now I was going to put the pink clay on top, but I really, see, it's too close to the roof. I think it's just worth not doing for now. And as you can see, we've now hit a point where we've got 4 in a row, so we can't dual layer now. We've now got to use a singular one and then go to our centre and then dual layer the actual centre. But this was the only way I could really keep this build restricted in height. It had to sort of have some give in it somewhere, otherwise we're going to end up with this huge house. Not so much even a huge house, just a huge roof. And what would look like it should have 3 or 4 levels, and realistically it's only got 2. So we're just going to chuck in our window on this side and then fill in our gaps. And our main structure is pretty much complete. I'm just going to chuck a door in my front door a moment, and then I want to dig out these 3 lanes. I've put my quartz slab as the extra step. I'm going to use some clay like I've done for the drive and just drag it down to the path as well. Now guys, I really wish I hadn't have done this so close to my road. I wish I had a bit more depth to it. But it is where it is now until I get the tools to move it once we can cross with Windows 10. So I'm just going to add a tripwire hook to the front of the garage just to give it the handle look. And I'm just going to use an oak wood. Really you can use any block with this. And I'm just going to grab some signs. That's just really to do a quick post box. Just chuck a log on top. I hate it when it does that. So you just got to put it sideways. And I'm just going to add some signs to the sides, just to really give it a letterbox look. And that for me is about as good as you're going to get it. My tripwire hook on the middle of the garage, just to give it a look of a handle. And yo, I almost forgot, we still need to put a roof in, so just before the centre, just above the garage, we're just going to knock out these 4 from the second layer. So take them out, and we're just going to layer it with 4 bricks and build it up a couple of levels. And then I'm just going to use a slab on top just to really bring it to an end. So I'm going to go 3 high, and then I'm going to use the slab on top just to finish it off. And I'm just going to build up a couple of little bushes around the porchway. And we still need to grab some more clay and just put in this side little path coming off the drive, going straight to the back door of the garage. And guys, just while I finish this off, I will get back onto some more builds very shortly. I still want to do some Radiator Springs one, I still got to do some regular show, and obviously keeping on top of the Springfield as well. It's becoming a little bit of a challenge at the moment. Assassin's Creed is out tonight, so I'll be doing a few uploads of that as well. So it's going to be a busy week. Halo out Tuesday. So all systems go at the moment. I'm struggling to get a few bits up, but I am trying to keep on top of it. I'm going to try and get a build done, or a couple of builds done most days, even if I can't get the video up as quick as I want to. Oh, and I almost forgot the door. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And I shall catch you very shortly with another Springfield build, or another various build. So anyway, thanks for watching guys. Take it easy.